To TeaHC, the Loafing and Relaxation Show, brought to you today by our sponsor, Ecliptical the Third Productions. I'm your host, Anthony, and how are you doing today, William?
Pretty good.
Oh my god. And how about you, Greg?
Peace and love, but hold on. So, because... never mind.
All
I'm
right.
gonna say, that's his custom intro from now on. It's his.
Yeah, it has to be. But in the pre-show that I guess we always seem to do, we're always talking about the dumbest things, when we talk about doing our own intros, and I agree, Will, that should be yours.
Okay.
Oh my god, stop. Please, just stop. As most of you could probably tell, we're absolutely ripped. Had too much of the green.
Too much? Not
Too
enough?
much. Oh, not enough. Okay, let us know if we need to take a break so we can...
I told you, man, it's pacing.
All about the pacing. Basically, some of the topics we have today, just complaining about the weather again, because I don't know if you guys noticed, it's freaking raining in February, which should never happen. You know?
I mean, there's always hot spots, but like, it's been consistently too warm last week especially.
Yeah. Literally, like, I saw people wearing shorts.
Dude, Chuckles was wearing shorts.
Yeah, but we don't mention him.
Chuckles is like, yeah.
True.
Okay.
But yeah, that's just my thoughts, because I feel like, man, that was absolutely disgusting too. But
That was absolutely disgusting. I am appalled.
I really am appalled. You're absolutely disgusting.
You want to get mold?
Oh my god. Yeah, this is great.
Fucking almonds.
Yeah.
What's the topic?
Oh, just talking about how the weather's been too warm for February.
We talked about the weather already.
Yeah, but we always got to talk about the weather if we're in Canada, because...
That's fair. Because the igloos are melting.
Yeah, I mean, it's
Polar
really
bears are
important.
going
Shit, I have to rebuild mine. Fuck.
Yes, because Americans think we still live in igloos. Shout out to America. Middle America.
Fuck America.
Dab on
What do you
America.
mean, fuck America? Do you like American TV?
No.
He looks
Do you
Swedish.
like Rockstar?
He likes Swedish. Swedish TV.
The company, not the drink.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
No, I like American people. I just hate America.
Because you think the
I think
capital
it's only a few Americans, but the majority is fucked.
Yeah.
A lot of Americans have done good things towards society,
Yeah.
or to the whole, but like the people behind it, I just I would not at all. Don't support that at all.
Oh,
Okay,
I
like
see what you mean.
if I was American, I wouldn't vote, I wouldn't pay my taxes, and I'd be smoking as much green as I could. Okay?
That's a pretty bold statement, fucking William
I would
2017.
piss them off. Okay, like I understand that people, it's a job being in the police and the government, but it's not like, I don't know, it's just not right. Everything they do, everything they believe in, like, when's the last time, you saw someone that was really proud? Okay, not just of America, but like decisions Americans have made.
That's true.
Okay.
I feel like that's
Like
an era.
majority-wise, they've been against the last war in Iraq. Okay, because it's terrible. Nobody knows what's going on. The Vietnam War, they were against it. The fucking Korean War, they lost. Like, no, technically they won, whatever. But too much war, man. Too much war.
Tell me about it.
Yeah. That's horrible. But I feel like they do contribute to a lot of things entertainment-wise. Like, if you could imagine a perfect world, which probably seems really bleak at the moment, but I feel like, Americans, when it comes to entertainment, they're the powerhouse. Because India's pretty much up there because of Bollywood, but if you disregard that, like talking about like Western...
Yeah, but, entertainment's not everything. Like, they're designing a quantum computer, dude.
Okay. But what's that though? Because I don't know what that is.
It's a computer that could calculate, like, every possibility.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because the idea is that something in quantum is it and not it at the same time.
Okay.
It would make a computer that the computer could calculate all possibilities, everything that could and couldn't be, in like a split second. It would be like a million times more powerful than this.
Yeah, that's wild.
Because, like, for example, your computer, every pixel is 3 colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and to make that the big picture, it takes a guess for what color it should be. Well, this computer would know everything. It would know what color has to be there, and when it shouldn't and should be.
Yeah. Okay, I see what you mean.
Aren't most computers on 4 colors per pixel, like CMY?
That's
It's like blue, green, and red or something.
Yeah.
That's
RGB.
RGB.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I would think we've advanced from that.
I think like the
Because
like,
CMKYB or whatever it is like
like the 4K
better.
stuff. You mean?
Yeah, anything that a printer has: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
it's crazy.
Dude,
Yeah.
No,
Not-
definitely. Made
Not
me
only
think.
quantum computers, but like NASA or the fucking oh my god, dude.
About
wouldn't-
America?
Yeah, you wouldn't even know.
Yeah, I guess moving on from America though, which is a pretty good topic.
Good thing
But
we
I'm
started on
too.
the weather.
Yeah, I started with weather. Going to America. What's next? I don't know, man. I'm too ripped for it. But if I may, something that's really important, I guess, to all of us that we really embrace the geek culture, and that graphic novels and comic books is like something I guess we talk about often, or just a concept of it. And I felt like it'd be really cool if we could talk about the graphic novel pages that I was telling you about.
Yeah.
Yeah, because basically, to give context for, I guess, many who don't know, the company that I'm most likely going to be starting, or the corporation, or like the small workshop, whatever, I want to do one graphic novel out of the 4 suggestions that I'm going to be saying right now. Mainly because I don't have enough time to really do all that stuff, and plus I just really want to pique the interest in the audience that we're kind of applying to. So yeah, I don't know if that'd be pretty cool with you guys.
You want me to be the story writer?
Yeah, true. That's and I also want Greg. I want you to do graphic design stuff also. So if I can have you both on a project, it'd be really cool. But yeah, because I know you're like super creative, and you keep telling me how writing a screenplay would be like right up your alley. Well, it's also because you're in literature.
Well, yeah, like I write all the time, and like I read books all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've always wanted to write a book or something like that.
Yeah, or do a screenplay or whatever.
Yeah, I'd love to.
I've always wanted to write books on myself, but it's like, what do you think about it? Like, do you want to learn just about some guy's life? You know,
Yeah,
like,
which is weird, but you'd think it's a lot more popular. Like, it's actually something that a lot of people do.
Yeah, you know, nobody gets to live your life except
Mhm.
yourself.
Oh.
Okay, and you have interesting perspectives, and you know, depending on your culture and stuff like that, something something that could happen to anybody, like let's say a parent dying. Well, the way you describe it, the way you see it, you know, could help somebody else, or could, you know,
Mm-hmm.
make someone go, wow, like,
Never know. There might be a book on Greg.
dude,
Gucci Greg.
Simply Greg.
Simply Greg.
simply Greg, please.
Yeah. And then you know what it is? It's going to be a profile of him and like the triangle
Oh my
nose.
It's a pop-out book.
Yeah, it's a pop-out book. Oh my
Greg
god.
lived in a small town called RDP.
Oh,
Flips the page.
we don't mention that.
The pop-up is just like the ghetto.
No, it's like you got the book, and then it's curved out where your nose goes.
Yeah.
How about, okay, there's those books that's like, there's like a puppet built in. So like you put
Oh,
your
yeah.
fingers in, and when you
Oh,
flip
yeah,
the
yeah,
page, you could act with the puppet. It's just my nose.
Yeah. Oh,
What
yeah,
does
yeah.
Greg smell? What's this?
Everything. He smells everything.
And
My envy your nose, Greg.
Yeah. But,
Enough about the nose.
yeah, enough about the nose.
Who knows about that?
Yeah, jeez.
he's punny. Oh.
My god, it's so bad.
Come on, man.
Okay, yeah, sorry.
Graphic novel.
So basically, I have 4 concepts for the graphic novel that I would like the workshop that I'm going to start to do. So basically, the first pitch is that it's during the present day, has a motorhead and car junkie aspect to it and concept to it. And basically, the story is about a female car enthusiast who, of becoming an F1 racer, are kind of really dashed and cannot be possible due to like discrimination and all that. And kind of the fun of pursuing a man's domain, quote unquote. She later becomes a car thief and getaway driver for robberies, where she gets into, through this life of crime, she's infiltrated by an agency that basically wants her to like become a double agent, and that's a concept for the first pitch. Any thoughts?
That was a lot to take in.
Yeah.
Okay, but she has experience race car driving, but she never made it professionally.
Pretty much, yeah. So it's really got the
so she has this
jump.
like runner-up attitude.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. And is she like? Okay, this is some weird terminology, but
Yeah.
if you ever played D&D or
Mhm.
something like that, every character, you know, is lawfully.
Yeah,
Good.
like the reputation.
Well, no, it's kind of like how they think about where they represent. Like if they're good,
Yeah.
if they're it's like it's a scale from good, like good lawful good,
Yeah.
into a chaotic evil.
Yeah, of
Or
course.
like someone will do something by a code specifically and do it right,
Mm-hmm.
or they'll do anything.
So you're basically
order.
asking, are you basically asking like what kind of motivation or reputation this character would have?
Well, yeah, because it plays a huge part in how she acts
Yeah.
and what her motivations are for being a double agent, and
Mm-hmm. No, I think possibly. That's actually a great question. Love it. But if she's in a life of crime, it already kind of gives it away. But she could be absolutely neutral about it and not really care about which way.
dude, just look at fucking Breaking Bad. The reason why
Mhm.
it's so good is because the guy, he's a good guy. Okay?
Yeah.
He's a normal, average guy,
Mm-hmm.
but he's doing something that like you normally see in
Criminals,
good for nothings or
Yeah.
people with terrible backgrounds. But this guy, he's an honest guy.
Yeah, he just needs money. you
Yeah,
know?
and maybe this girl, she's an honest girl. She just wanted a real living,
Mhm.
but she couldn't take the
Which
media.
is a good part of it because since she loves driving so much, that's why she's a car thief and getaway driver. Because all she wants to do is drive, which is for the F1. So basically, to answer your question, she definitely would have, I guess, the approach that Heisenberg or the Bryan Cranston character of Breaking Bad would have, where they're a good person but have a life of crime. So I don't know if that answers your question.
Well, yeah.
Because I obviously don't want to give too much away, mainly because it's only a pitch, and I haven't really thought out most of the details yet. Because the decision of which one to pursue is coming later.
Well, it's just important to have a good grounded character.
Oh yeah, for sure. Shit, just kick the table.
Because like if you just have a storyboard and your characters are super bland, trust me, man, it's not.
Yeah, the aesthetics, people won't be into it. Yeah,
Well,
I feel you.
Something happens. Yeah, what? But this? Do I care about this guy? No, it's not the same thing.
I agree. But Greg, I know you're really into like the whole motorcycle scene. What do you think about this car junkie epic?
I mean, I think it's cool. And what would make me get into it would be to hit a biker, like, target audience, I guess.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, yeah, you have to cater around, like, you have to put yourself, well, at least if you're going to be writing it, put yourself in the mindset of a biker.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And, like, it's a girl, right, you said?
Yeah.
So, girl biker.
You don't see that often. Breaking
So
the
it's like-
gender norms.
Well, there's, like, I don't know, there's a few, like, actual famous biker ones. Like, there's one called Sisterhood or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, they're called something. I don't know. Something. Anyways, the logo's like pink and very feminine or whatever. Yeah, but I think their motto was something feminist or something. I don't know. I don't know what they fight for.
Okay. But yeah.
But if you put a Harley Davidson V Rod, it's good. I'll take
Yeah.
it.
All right. Cool. Basically, the second pitch is a fantasy epic taking place in ancient Greece, where basically you follow a group of individuals who are from a particular island in the Ionian Sea, which is the sea on the west coast of Greece, I think.
East Coast, where there's like 1,000 islands or something like that.
Yeah, you're right.
It's the East Coast.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for that. And basically, ancient Greece is kind of torn apart because rivals from another community have created a machine that stops time from turning. Or time from like moving forward. So basically, half of Greece is in complete darkness because it's night, and the other half it's day. So it's kind of like the struggles and trying to find out how to reverse this theory and this machine and kind of like make time go forward again.
You know, if it was nighttime on one side completely, it would eventually just like freeze. Everything would
Exactly.
mega freeze,
hmm
and the other side would eventually become
Too
scalding
hot. Yeah, exactly. So that's what they're trying to avoid. You know.
Okay.
So, and that's basically the story for the second pitch, where it's like a fantasy epic in ancient Greece with like ancient technologies and all that.
Okay. And are these farmers or noblemen or?
Yeah, like most of the characters will come from a different background. Like one of them will be similar to having like a thief perspective on it, so kind of life of crime. One of them will definitely be a demigod, and it'll be about his entourage. So
And
you're
he's the
gonna
main character.
yeah. Like the main character, he's kind of the one running the show, or he's the one who's gonna be leading the group. But other than him in the group, you're gonna have like different perspectives and different people.
Is he kind of like Alexander the Great-ish?
Somewhat, but once again, I haven't really thought that far ahead. Mainly because I feel like doing a fantasy epic is a bit more tacky nowadays because you have such great contemporaries like Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
But the twist is that it's in Greece, so you're having a completely different view of it, where it has to be like historically accurate.
And you also, you know, they hated the Persians back then.
True. So most likely the foe will be the Persians. But that's just my idea, and what are your opinions of it?
Yeah, no, I love the ancient Greece scene. I
Yeah.
think it would be cool.
It has such a classic
As long as
vibe.
the design stays
Accurate.
accurate, yeah. The leather chest piece, they didn't have swords. They had no, that was the well, like depending on.
Yeah, depending
well,
which
you said it's
community.
an island in the middle of the Ionian Sea, right?
Mhm, yeah.
Yeah. Well, okay, it's obviously not Spartan or Athens, but I was gonna say like Athens used to like fight with like spears and stuff. Like if you have
Yeah.
a weapon
Yeah.
like that are right for that area, like I'm sure it's claimed by someone.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think the Ionian Sea was claimed by Athens
Yeah, it
because
is. Yeah.
Athens got like the whole sea because they were close to it, where Sparta was more like on land.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
They had brass back then.
They had what? Sorry?
Brass?
And, yeah.
You mean brass armor, but not brass weapons.
I don't think so.
I remember they were known because they had a chest piece.
Yeah.
They had a round shield and a spear.
Yeah, that's
and,
what's spot
and
on.
their secondary weapon was a sword.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I
300.
I have an ancient cultures class like this semester, and I've had one in the past.
Which I feel, I feel like it could definitely target a really cool audience who are into that. Because there's a lot of information about the time, surprisingly. So kind of crafting a story around it would be definitely really cool.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think the characters, like, if it's accurate, it will be really cool, and it'll really, like,
Yeah.
there's not many history-related graphic novels, but at the same time, that they're all very popular, the ones that there are, because, like, history buffs, like, go crazy for stuff,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, of course.
Anything mythological. Really,
Yeah.
Really well, like Peter Jackson.
But especially it's Greek mythology.
Yeah.
Like, Greek mythology is, like, the coolest. Like, yeah.
Everyone has their own opinion, but the Greek mythology is the coolest.
Yeah, it's really awesome.
That's pretty nice.
So, yeah, thanks for your thoughts, guys. The third one is basically a science fiction space opera. It's kind of far, it's not so far in the future because man has just encountered another race that has helped them with space exploration. So it's kind of first encounters with the flying saucer, so you kind of have a real retro story feel to it. But it's very contemporary in the sense that we're colonizing like asteroids and moons and other planets and all that stuff.
Okay, so it's kind of like the pioneering age of like space travel.
Exactly, which is very important because the story follows a small team sent from Earth to a colony on a moon for I think Saturn or Jupiter. I have to work out the details. And basically, the whole colony has gone radio silent, and they have to go there to re-illuminate the colony, kind of like make it move forward, and also find out what happened to the colonists. So it kind of has like a space horror feel to it because it's something like 5-8 years to get there. So they have this time to think like, oh, what could have happened? and knowing the fact that when you land, help is like 8 years away.
Yeah.
So it's like you cannot fuck up.
Shit, dude.
So yeah, that's basically what I thought, and it would be cool. Like there'd be a lot of artistic elements, very stylized. Having the suits really stylized, having the spaceships really stylized. So it'd be kind of like a really fun, creative play on the science fiction genre. What are your opinions about that?
Anything space related for sure.
Yeah, I feel like it definitely has a good demographic.
Yeah, it's anything sci-fi works nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
Just be unique with weapons, be unique with characters. I mean, for sci-fi, it's
Very important.
very creative, but it's also very easy because
Like I said, you gotta have a good narrative. You gotta have good characters, because like.
Yeah, characters really drive.
and like a
plot.
character that like feels like he adds something to the group, like the muscle man, the brains, you know,
Yeah, the
like,
leader.
like a team.
Yeah. Would you like some more popcorn before I see the last pick?
I've been watching a lot of like movie analytics.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's like the super huge series of like good movies and what makes them good and what makes character development good. And
Yeah, I love those channels.
Yeah.
I know my teacher for a storyboarding class I had in my program.
Mhm.
He would mention a lot of that stuff. It's like this is very important for the story to seem linear and fine. Like what makes a chase scene so good in a movie, and it was stuff that was really cool like that. But for the fourth pick, the fourth pitch that I have for graphic novels, this one is a Hitchcock aesthetic storyline. So it's a shrouded mystery horror novel, murder mystery type of stuff.
Okay, so it's fiction.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, fiction, completely fictional, but it has a very large crime drama aspect to it with a Hitchcock feel, because
Like
he uses a lot of certain storyline derived things like foreshadowing and all that stuff. So it would be like very aligned to his stuff.
Is it like a noir kind of mystery?
Yeah, most likely. I mean, just because that is just so particular, and it would be kind of like the Sin City art style.
Well,
So it'd be like super like noir.
that's exactly noir.
Yeah.
Okay.
But so yeah, basically, it's present day, mystery death in a college full of friends, where basically this person got murdered and nobody noticed it. So the inspectors and detectives, who are the main protagonists for the story, are left in an enormous amount of suspects to witness and detain, and kind of get the truth out of, so they could find out what happened for this murder and this whole case. And everyone seems very reluctant to really talk, which is strange. So the crime isn't exactly how it really seems. And the still waters of the lake that overlook the cottage always show a mocking reflection of the characters. So there's always this constant thought of, are things always like they seem? So it's like, yes, this person was murdered, but what was the motive behind it that happened? So it's going to be a lot of play, really story heavy, going to be really dramatically driven. I feel like it's my favorite pick, to be honest.
Like I said, you gotta have good narrative.
Yep, good narrative,
Like-
good characters. You got to make the detectives and expectors or whatever like really interesting.
Yeah, and you gotta make like you gotta get something that is gonna be like, damn, I want to read more.
Yeah, and I would like to split this into possibly two, or maybe even, yeah, probably like two graphic novels where you have the setup and then the conclusion, and kind of how the clues are found later.
It's so funny you tell me this today.
Mm-hmm.
I had a test last week just on a book I had to read for my English class,
Really?
and it was a noir themed crime
Crime novella?
adventure. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And what was really cool about it is that it was based. The characters are all fairy tale based.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you got like Snow White, the Big Bad Wolf, the Sleeping Beauty, Beauty and the Beast,
Mm-hmm.
and like they're all characters in the story, like perfectly normal, and like someone dies Snow White's sister dies, and then the big bad wolf is the inspector. And like,
That's so cool.
And like Jack the Beanstalk, which is why it was weird you talked about beans earlier, is in the story and all that. Yeah, it's really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not like a fable or anything?
It is Fables.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's such a good series.
Yeah. I had to read it for last week, and it took me like 3-4 hours.
And that's for class.
Yeah.
That's a pretty lit class, I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, it's all about like mythology and fairies and unicorns
Shit.
and like old time fairy tales.
Which English?
It's 103.
What's it called though?
Myths, fairy tales, and
Okay.
something else.
Cool.
Shout
And
out to
legends.
Dawson.
Yeah,
honestly.
Dude, it's a huge class.
Shout out to Dawson for having the chillest classes for English, humanities,
Yeah,
and pretty much anything.
I'm
Like-
writing an essay about how Snow White and the Big Bad Wolf are meant for each other,
Oh, okay.
even though
Yeah, and the stories.
well, in the typical story,
Mm-hmm.
Snow White is a princess, and in this story, she's kind of a big bad boss that nobody listens to because she's a woman.
Oh, okay.
And then the Big Bad Wolf is kind of this like lone, like mysterious guy instead of being the guy that fucks
Yeah.
everything up.
Oh, pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, very shrouded mystery, murder novel. What are your final thoughts on it?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's good. It's
Yeah.
not my favorite one, but it's good. I much prefer the Ancient Greece.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one has a lot more potential.
But
Cool.
space.
True.
Yeah.
So, would you guys want
but
to bring?
space has been done multiple times.
Would you guys want to go to the vote then for which pitch should be moved forward and possibly seen in the light?
The thing is, we're two people. Unless we agree.
Yeah, no, true. But I mean, that's why I want to open it up to the comments
Okay,
for the
here,
subscribers
you pick the
below.
space one, I pick this. Debates. Let's go.
Okay, but like,
Oh, you guys already have your set ones.
well, I wanted the space one. I like the Ancient Greece one,
The space.
but
Okay, space opera.
I find the what exactly do you mean by a space opera?
Basically, it's a narrative.
Oh, okay.
It done in space, you know.
Okay, I thought you meant like Fifth Element. You got a blue alien singing
Yeah.
for 20 minutes.
Nah, not that. Nah,
Great
fuck
movie,
that.
by the way.
Yeah,
But-
great movie.
Like I get the whole Ancient Greece. Like you got a group of people, and to try and stop this thing. I find the whole idea of the time stop machine.
Yeah,
I find it would be hard to like get
demonstrate. Yeah.
not only demonstrate, but like it just I find it's two kind of sci-fi aspects that don't work. The demigod thing and a time travel thing
It's not time travel. It's just time stopping.
might as well be time travel.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean.
It's something that is beyond our control, and it also creates like this huge apocalyptic nerve the whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like you can't really follow that much.
Uh-huh.
Like yeah, okay, something's gonna happen, and they're gonna deal with it, and the characters are gonna be super stressed, or they're gonna have to break up with their family,
Mhm.
to go save the world or something. The world's calling, but
Very good way of analyzing the story. Greg, would you want to analyze the space opera story, since your pick would be the Ancient Greece fantasy epic? Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
You want me to talk about the Ancient Greece or the sci-fi?
okay.
Sci-fi, like...
I criticize yours.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, I mean like I don't know. Okay, so the sci-fi one would be cool because there's a lot of ways you could go about it, but that'll be more difficult because I mean, if you're only making a 2-book series, you don't need that many creative characters and stuff. You need a few.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like, but it'll be hard to find those few, seeing as there's so many possibilities of things you could have, and like also like it's gonna feel very like sped up because I mean, sci-fi usually you're going to different planets and stuff like that, and like people want to see that. By the time you go to one planet, like that could take up a whole book just describing it and a situation happening on the planet.
That's why the 2-book series would probably only apply to the murder mystery, because you would have the setup for the murder and then the conclusion of the murder. So if it was any other concept, it would be more like a streamlined storyline and not something that would be a compact story.
You'd get terrible pacing issues
For if it's too long.
unless you make sure there's a cliffhanger,
True.
like a really good, well-placed cliffhanger. Because that's the thing, you gotta get especially like on a first read on something new, a new product.
Mm-hmm.
If you have terrible pacing issues, like you're not gonna be able to, like unless you have a great cliffhanger and the exposition is perfect and the characters are well developed. Because like the book Fables, for example, within less than 80 pages, you knew what was up.
Okay.
And there was still up to 50 pages of the story. Okay.
So, would you consider Fables having a pacing issue?
No, because it's the first issue.
Okay.
Had it ended with a cliffhanger, I'd have been like, fuck that.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know, because there were like 12 characters or something like that, so they didn't have time to set up so much.
Yeah.
And the fact that it resolved semi-quickly made much more sense into what could happen in the future and where the scene was placed.
Okay. If I may say my pick, mine would actually be the murder mystery one, and I would like you two to critique it and say if it would be good or not.
Okay,
So yeah, I'll start with Greg's opinion since he seems ready.
Like you seem ready.
Mouth full of popcorn.
Yeah,
he's ready.
I got it. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's a murder mystery.
Ripped. Yep.
And where's it set again?
It's set in a cabin, like in a cottage, overlooking a near reflective lake because the waters are so still. And it will most likely be taking place in like northern England, so close to Scotland.
Okay, so this is like small town, cabin in the woods kind of shit.
Yeah. Someone is murdered in a group of friends, and none of them have seemed to have noticed how it was done.
Dude,
And they're all at this cabin having a party.
It's just like it's just like
having a
playing Clue.
get together.
I mean, a murder mystery would be cool, but then again, like I said, having a 2-book series might have it feel rushed.
So,
You know?
sorry to interrupt you, but if it was longer, would it have more potential as something that would be really interesting?
I would say you could do it in 2 books, but just make those books have a lot of pages.
Yeah,
you know?
of course.
But if you can do it in 3, I'd have most of the first book being
Introductions.
like them going to the cabin or whatever, and then a murder happening, but that's a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Forces you to buy the next book. Buy the next book, figure out like what's going on, maybe kill off another person, you know.
Make
And
it
then-
dramatic.
Yeah, make it
you know.
dramatic, and then by the third person, like by the third book, stuff just starts to click, stuff starts to get together, and people start realizing, oh, he must use this rope or whatever, you know. And yeah.
Very good analyzation when it comes to the whole literature part and storyline. Would you like to comment on it, Will?
This is the one you wanted with the kind of noir kind of style.
Yes, exactly like Sin City.
The thing is, when you have a noir kind of style, you have to put it in a character that's like into someone mysterious. That's why it works so well.
Yeah.
You know, it's someone who's like rugged, hard, and he's seen some shit.
Yeah.
Like, and I find if it would work, but one of the main characters has to be like the cops.
Yeah.
Like,
that's exactly what's going to be. Detective, inspector.
Dude, I have so many ideas popping in my head.
Yeah.
Like, what if the cop realizes that like his daughter's involved or something?
Yeah.
And she's like and she has blood all over her, something like that.
And there's, are you talking about like the twist, or just the setup in general?
Just the setup in general, because like I said, you got to make the characters some kind of emotionally involved.
Yeah.
If this is just like a random job and like it's a tragedy, it happens, and like we'll solve it, whatever. It's not the same thing as like I got stuff. Yeah, I got stuff on the line, and these characters need to exist. They need to it's not just a job or something like that.
Yeah. He has to be invested in it. It has to be more than just a job.
Yeah.
So, actually, yeah, really good analyzation. Holy cow.
Well, dude, I read stories all the time, and I dream of writing.
He dreams of reading.
Dreams of reading,
Dreams
but
of a world where he could read.
So I think it would be appropriate to probably stop the podcast pretty soon with kind of knowing where we are when it comes to the decisions for the graphic novel. So, final thoughts on that for you two?
I think it will be
Which one would you vote for?
Success, but I prefer the Ancient Greece.
Alright, so we got one for the Ancient Greece fantasy thought.
If you give me enough creative space, I think anything could work.
Yeah, of course.
I just think that, come on, man, space, you can do whatever you want in space.
Yeah, space is very creatively liberal.
But yeah, no, ancient Greece is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but ancient Greece, at least we could have some sort of accuracy.
Accurate. It has to be accurate.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, no, that's definitely cool too.
Yeah, I feel like all of them are really strong. I mean, the only one we haven't talked about is really the Car Junkie one. Car Junkie, you know, F1 racer, Life of Crime, very much lineated around like GTA. If you think about it, that's South Central,
Yeah.
LA, East LA feel.
See, perfect example. The reason why GTA works is because the narrative is good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you care about Michael. Trevor's hilarious, and Franklin, he's a good guy.
Mm-hmm.
You
That's
know.
what I said about character balancing. Have a strong guy, brain, or whatever, a comedian. It's why the show Friends works so much.
Yeah, that's true.
Literally every one of them is different.
Yep, and you see their struggle. You see what they've been through. You see what they care about and what their goal is,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why you want to follow it through.
Sorry.
As long as you have that, man.
And all Friends is just a
Group, yeah.
living a regular life, but it's fascinating because they low key depend on one another.
Sure. Much like those shows like How I Met Your Mother or whatever.
Yeah.
But my vote would definitely be for the murder mystery one. Simply because I feel like if it's more really strongly story driven with a lot of mystery, I feel like that could captivate a certain community. And yeah, so that's, I guess, our final thoughts on the topic. I'm going to leave it for the supporters in the comic to let us know what they think about the comics and the graphic novel pitches. Which ones would you prefer or think would be able to happen? Don't be afraid to leave a comment down below, like and subscribe, and we're going to be trying to do this every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Peace and love.
So, good way of concluding.
Peace,
All right.
love, and pancakes.
Peace, love, and pancakes.